This is how stupid politicians think that we are and how manipulative they can be. So Obama, who is completely irrelevant at this point, had the audacity to say,
Yes, this lady you are about to watch is on fire. Before we even go into this clip of Jon Stewart, I will play you this clip so you can see exactly what she said.
so Obama, who is completely irrelevant at this point, had the audacity to say that Joe Biden has been fighting for the American people his whole life instead of Trump, who only cares about himself, is what Obama said. Let's make one thing very clear here, and this goes for all career politicians on either side of the aisle. Just because you decided to pursue a career in politics because you probably didn't have skills that would have allowed you to thrive or even survive in the private sector, and then somehow weaseled your way to the top, doesn't make you some sort of servant leader. That just makes you a really good bullshitter. And that is exactly the difference between the Trump movement and Biden and Obama's of the world. One person, Obama and Biden types, were put in by a machine. They were put in very strategically along with the media's help, and they happened to get to the top. Whereas the Trump movement is incredibly organic. It's not just about him, one man. He happened to have the qualities that people were looking for, but he is also a vessel and a voice for the values. There are real principles and values behind the Trump movement, and he happened to be the right person for the right time. Bullshitters don't do anything. They just sit there and they just puppet what the people.
Yes, pause for a second. Ask yourself this question. Why is Obama insisting that Biden should continue? Hmm? I saw informations on Twitter recently where Tucker Carlson made it clear, like information coming out from a reliable source. Obama does not like Biden to run. I didn't believe this because if Obama didn't want that, he would not come out clearly to still defend Biden. What this lady is saying on this video is nothing but the truth.
Bullshitters don't do anything. They just sit there and they just puppet what the people behind them, basically like a ventriloquist dummy, just repeat what they're being told. They don't produce quantifiable results. They don't do things and work for the American people. Whereas leaders, which is very rare in our political class nowadays, actually produce results for the people that they serve. This is Obama for you, chief gaslighter. I don't know what to even call it. Is it gaslighting? Is it manipulation? Is it projection? Literally, what they are and what they do is what they blame us of doing. And somehow the people, like liberals that still vote for these guys, are somehow like blinded by it.
Well, you know the reality. There's 4 months left to the presidential election.
4 months is forever.
Yes, Charlie Kick sent this out. Jon Stewart, like many other Democrats right now, is saying it's time for Biden to step aside because if Trump is elected, it endgame democracy. Pause for a second to appreciate how deranged the left has become, that for them, the binary choice of democracy or not democracy is whether the public democratically elect Donald Trump. They want you to forget that Donald Trump was already president for 4 years, and there was in fact another elections at the end of those 4 years. Think about how much arrogance is necessary for Democrats to prosecute Trump.
I am in no way saying Biden's got to drop out, but can't we stress test this candidacy? All we want is for someone to keep it 100, the percentage, not the age.
Wow, it's funny. So is this a conversation Democrats need to be having right now, or is it a circular firing squad that's taking the focus off the awful things you know who has planned for America?
So I love Jon Stewart. This elder millennial is so glad he's back, and I agreed with every word he said. Here's the reality. We had a historically early first debate in a presidential cycle because the Biden campaign said they wanted to refocus so the people were tuning in earlier and knowing the stakes of this election, the stakes of Project 2025, the stakes of Donald Trump. We've also said at this table, and political experts have said, most voters who are undecided don't make up their minds till the final 3 months of the race. There is time to make a change. If that is what Democrats determine to be the right thing, far be it from me to give them that advice. But the reality is this: Gen Z and millennials make up the biggest voting blocs this election. 6 in 10 Americans did not want this rematch. If either side, Democrats, put forward anyone else, anyone who had a modicum of inspiration in the next generation, they will win those young votes, and it's enough to win the election. You know, to me, the stakes are just too high, and I think it's important we remember Russia attacked a hospital in Ukraine. We still have hostages in Israel.
Where are they
the world
marching?
is on
Are they
fire.
marching against Russia out there now? And at Harvard and all these other
They're
universities?
in summer break.
Oh, I see.
Right.
I wasn't here yesterday, so I was watching television all week. And I'm a little tired of all the Biden bashing that's going on. I'm pissed off at it, frankly. There's a lot of Biden bashing going on, and no. Hold on. Oh, come on. I don't see anybody in the right wing telling Trump,
I've been doing it
you
for
have
4
to sit
years. I
down.
testified against him. The fact that the public decided not to agree with it, I can't help. But there are so many people who've said he's
What
unfit.
Republican is asking that he step down? Tell me.
There's a
It's an
bunch of
awful-
disenfranchised
You guys are
Republicans.
segueing right into my
And wait, I'm not finished.
Yes, what angered me the most is the fact that this lady claims she's a Republican. That is crazy. She is using these same talking points Democrats are putting up every single day, Project 2025. Like, I've seen Biden administration even creating website, sharing or asking people to search on Google Project 2025. Totally insane. Trump made it clear, I'm not part of this. So still strong to repeat this, like, oh, he would do that, he would do that. I recently saw, what Trump would do in office at around 20 points. It was amazing. Everybody appreciated it. Democrats saw that. So to stick on something, to stain Trump's name, though when you look into that project 2025, there are a lot of things in that project that I see to be okay. People standing here to use it as like something dangerous to say, oh, it is not good for you to, get pregnant, get married, and give birth to children, things like that, because that's one of the points I saw in Project 2025. Some people are against it. Especially liberals who stand for abortion, things like this get them offended. Reason you see this kind of meltdown. Now going back to Jon Stewart, they are angry that Jon Stewart is standing tall, to say Biden should step aside.